You're listening to Love Without Lies, real talk about love, sex, and the truth most people are afraid to say out loud. Let's go. You know that feeling when you're in a relationship and it looks just fine from the outside, but deep down, something really feels off? I mean, like you're not fighting, you're doing all the things, you're showing up, you're smiling in your pictures, you're saying, I love you. But under the surface, it just feels hollow. Yeah, that's the part no one talks about. Turns out, love that looks good isn't the same as love that feels good, and nobody teaches us how to bridge that gap. They just tell us, be grateful. Most of us were handed a blueprint for love that might have worked in like the 1950s, but if we're being honest, it's barely keeping relationships alive today. We say we want real love, we want that deep, honest, passionate connection, you know, the kind of relationship where we feel desired, respected, and fully seen. But if we're being honest, most of us are still out here performing like emotional acrobats. We're bending, twisting, shrinking ourselves into who we think we're supposed to be, all while secretly wondering why love feels so damn hard. Now, I'm not pointing the finger. I mean, I've done it too. We all want the fairy tale ending, but most of us are stuck acting out roles that we've never auditioned for. We play that cool partner who has no needs. We play the steady guy who never complains, the perfect catch who never gets jealous or insecure or turned on at inconvenient times. I mean, the sad part, we're out here clapping for each other's performances while we're all dying on the inside. And then we wonder why the attraction fades, why the bedroom goes silent, why so much freaking resentment gets built up. Let me ask you something brutal. Do you even know who you are in a relationship? Or are you just playing the part that gets the least resistance? Because here's the truth that most people won't say out loud. We don't fall out of love. We fall out of character. Out of the performance, out of the fake versions of ourselves we tried so hard to maintain. And it's not just your fault. We were all taught, whether through religion, society, the stories we were watching growing up, that love requires sacrifice. But somewhere along the way, we took that to mean that it meant like sacrifice ourselves, sacrifice our truth, sacrifice our voice, sacrifice our desires. We've been taught to fear our own wants and needs, to shut them down, to keep the peace. And that, my friend, that's where love goes to die. People don't just cheat because they want sex. They cheat because they were never allowed to say what they really wanted. They lied because the truth became too dangerous. They shut down because their desire became shameful, especially if you're someone and you were raised in religion. Especially if you were ever told that wanting too much makes you unlovable. I mean, that's the biggest lie we've ever swallowed. That you have to shrink to be loved. You have to shrink your truth. You got to shrink your edges. You got to shrink your needs. And then we wonder why we don't feel alive anymore. We've confused safety with shameness, commitment with control, faithfulness with emotional starvation, and monogamy. Let's just say the way we've been sold monogamy isn't working for a lot of people. So what if there's another way? Not a label, not a system, but a path. A path that doesn't require you to lie. A way of loving that makes space for the whole fucking truth. Even when it's messy, even when it's inconvenient, and even when it changes everything. That's what we're exploring here on Love Without Lies. This podcast isn't about giving you answers. It's about asking better questions. It's about building relationships that feel like truth and not a trap. And if you've ever found yourself whispering, "Ugh, I just want more," in the middle of a perfectly fine life, you're not broken. You're just waking up. Let's walk this out together.
If this stirred something in you, share it, re-listen, let it land. And if you're ready to go deeper, you'll find everything at therespectedman.com. Coaching, courses, and now, what would Teresa say, your private AI coach for men. Remember, you don't have to shrink to be loved. You don't have to go numb to stay. Stay open, stay honest, and I'll catch you next time on Love Without Lies.